my question was, what is an intuitive when I first met Kim? And we were interviewing her to be on our show for season two. And the simplest answer I got was she helps people learn to listen to themselves, which is really hard to do for a lot of people, especially me. I second guess myself a lot. And then if I have a thought about something that I feel like is taking me a certain direction, sometimes I dismiss it. And usually that decision usually turns out to be the right decision. And so what I've learned by just getting to know Kim and having the honor of having her being on our show for season two is that, a lot of times we don't listen to ourselves. And to our detriment, when we kind of know the answer, it's that human intuition, that third eye. So I had the pleasure of actually meeting her in LA. And my experience was that she was so kind enough to ask me, "Do you want a free reading?" And I didn't want to be that guy, but I ended up being that guy. So I said yes. And she gave me some insight about communication with my daughter. I've got twins, boy and girl, who are age 13. And she was telling me how my daughter was wanting to share a lot of information, but she just was not feeling heard. And so I took that in, just really thought about it for a while. And then I really kind of dismissed it for a little bit. And then when I saw her again after that trip, I just kind of took that information and applied it. And now our communication is that much better. It's just been wonderful. We took this, I just recently came back from a trip to North India. I see the Himalayas, and her and I and my son, we all connected. It was such a great trip at so many levels. But moreover, where this intuition has become more prevalent in my thought process was I had the opportunity to go to Tibetan monasteries in North India. And one of the best experiences I had was chanting with the Tibetan monks who were exiled there from Tibet. And it was one of those things on my bucket list, but there was a lot of writings in these different monasteries I went to that said, listen to yourself. And I think that's really important, and it really solidified why we have her as a guest on season two of our show. And this is one of those things where people are like, oh, it's, listening to yourself, it is what it is. But for me, I've been listening to myself more, and those decisions have turned out to be the best decisions I've ever made. So that being said, I think the information you gather by talking to somebody like him is may not be applicable immediately, but it will guide your decision to make the right choices that can lead out to something amazing and lead you to your higher self. So it's just about investing in yourself, getting a different perspective. And, I've been focused on health, wellness, nutrition, but this is part of that mental health journey and just being true to yourself. So I can't say enough about her. We're so excited to have her on season two. She's up and coming. Her name's getting out there. So this is a great opportunity for everybody to get in and speak with her and meet with her. And the worst you'll get out of it is you'll listen to yourself a little bit more.